What's going on, everybody? We are back and better than ever. It's your boy Aaron Edwards, a.k.a. AE at AE Comedy. This is my boy, man, Ronell Pugh. Say what's up to the people, man.
I'm live and in the flesh, and I'm ready to preach.
You dig?
Yeah.
That's how we preach. Some people end with amen. Some people end with you dig. Either way it go.
I am with yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. So we are here at episode 6, man. And today we are talking about God versus ambition.
Ambition.
That ambition is a thing, ain't
My ambition's just broad. That's what I used to listen to,
right,
before I got saved and stuff. Turn my life over to God.
Jesus. That's the humble head.
Lord be with me.
Yeah. So let's talk about it, man. How do you know when something is of the spirit and when it's your own ambition?
Ooh, Lord, you got to depend on that good word. That word. No, honestly speaking, man, you really have to depend on that word and understand that what you're feeling, measure that up to the word. Because if it's not in the word, chances are it's not real.
That's real. So, all these people the Lord tell to go out and buy a house.
I don't think the Lord said that.
And
your
they
credit
have
score,
apartment money.
Yeah, your credit score is still messed up, though.
Okay.
From the last thing that he told you to buy.
That you didn't
have the money for.
You got a laundry list of stuff that God told you to go out and do that went all wrong.
God didn't do that then.
Then he didn't do that.
Yeah.
That's your answer. Oh, man. Like, who? So when you talk about, what about, like, from within the church and things like that? When you talk about ambition, like, how do you know when it's your turn to move up and when it's your turn to, like, who's making these decisions?
See, man, a lot of times, man, we use God as that little travel gnome, like, when we book vacations and everything.
Right.
We just want him to be our assistant, man. I'm maybe old school with it, but I believe that everything comes out of the relationship that you have with God.
That's real.
You can't be so focused on your career and you just, hey, Lord, what you want me to do? Okay, cool, check back with you.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. It works like the relationship is with God. You in tune, you're hearing what he has to say, and you'll know when he wants you to progress, go after the promotion or go after that business because he'll speak it in your spirit.
Good.
And if you got experience with him, you know what it feels like when he speaks something in your spirit.
That's real talk, man. What about, I be thinking about like a lot of pastors. Now, don't get me wrong. I go to a mega church. My pastor has an incredible word, but I'm not about that. Like, I'm just trying to get the word. No matter what size the church is. I grew up in a small church, man, and we grew as we went. However, when you talk about God versus ambition, I do have an issue. I'm going to put this out there. With the storefront mentality. Not the storefront church. Okay. Everything's got to start, but the mentality. Maybe I'm wrong. But if you've had 10 members for the last 10 years, I'm not sure the Lord is really in that. Maybe he was at one point. Then again, maybe he wasn't. Make your call in an election sure. Like, I don't know. Yeah. How do you feel about when you see that family church that's been going, the pastor do offering, preach, lead the choir.
Count the money. Yeah. I think you need to take all your 10 members and come on over to our church.
At the City of Refuge. Come on. Let's go to the city. That is hilarious.
But again, brother, the principle stays the same. Everything comes out of the relationship, and it's very much possible to preach, and not necessarily hear from God. It's very easy to conduct exegetical studies, and your homilies are on point and everything, and not touch one person because, again, that's an art form. So everything comes out of the relationship, and when you're truly in relationship with God, he'll give you the right thing to say to the right person, which will bring them in.
That's real.
So you always know the tree by its fruit.
I'm glad you said that. I never forget. I have to admit this. I'm not gonna name the pastor's name, but he's on Daystar.
Oh Lord.
And he came to preach, and we used to our pastor who is one of the coldest preachers in the game.
He's the best, I think.
Yeah. And to me, the best finisher you'll ever see. Like sometimes you could be taking a nap.
Yeah, and you just wait.
And just wake up like, I know I'm supposed to feel this. But so the other guy preached instead of Bishop, and I'll never forget this, man. Like, I mean, at least 700 people got up and walked out. Because to be quite honest, the dude, he did, like, somebody counted, and he quoted 46 scriptures. Now, that's not typical of any service to get up there and quote 46 scriptures, and 40 of them didn't have nothing to do with the other 40. Like, it was everywhere.
You should have said, "I do it from memory."
Right, yeah. I mean, this message was, I'm not going to lie, I was laughing so hard that everybody in my section was laughing because I was laughing. Let me show you how God fixed it, though, and pricked my heart. When this brother got done preaching, or whatever you want to call what he did, he gave the altar call. Now, because I was a member of the altar working team at the time, the altar call, normally, there's quite a few people in the back. The altar room was flooded over with people.
Really?
Because the love in this man's heart, man, it was pure.
Yeah.
It was pure. And so it wasn't really about how concise the word was or how, so when I looked at it, I guess I was looking at it from an ambitious standpoint of, man, how is he up on this pulpit when we didn't get nothing but jakes and nothing but it wasn't about that. That man had God. And more importantly, he had the love of God, man.
Yeah, man. That's all it is. It's the love of God.
It's the love of God, man. So whenever you're doing something or embarking to do something, listen to your spirit, man. And God, because he loves you and he loves us, he will show us, man, when we're following him. And you can find that through the scripture or when we're being ambitious. Yeah. And normally when you're being ambitious, you're going to find out about that too.
It don't work normally.
It don't work.
Trust me, I done tried.
I done tried as well. Yeah. So again, man, I'm Aaron Edwards.
I'm Ronell Pugh.
And you may like it.
You may not.
But either way it go, we're going to keep it 100.
Wow!